Hey and welcome to Callums Corner. I'm very excited. Today we are going to be conducting a scientific experiment. And you guys, you know me. I'm all about knowledge, research. Questions have plagued me all my life. Are we alone in this universe? Is there a God? What is the purpose of life? Well, today we're going to find out the answer to one of life's great mysteries. We are going to find out whether it is possible to make a cookie from the dough within cookie dough ice cream. This particular question popped into my mind a couple of years ago. I had filmed a video with my YouTube mate, Drew is sharing a Blaze Q&A. And on my way home, I'd purchased one of these little poppies. I was sitting there just methodically working my way through it. And suddenly I thought, is this real cookie dough? Could you actually make a cookie from it? Unfortunately, the only person in my house who I could share this kind of revelatory question with was my spasmoidal vegan sister Amy. Her opinion was that that is absolutely disgusting and you couldn't do it. That unfortunately is part of the vegan illness. That is why I refer to it as a mental illness. Vegans will look at this and they won't actually see what it is in reality. An absolutely delicious snack. They see it as disgusting. It's some kind of receptors not firing in their brains. They don't see reality, but I'm not going to let that put me off my sister's stupidity. In fact, it's actually quite a good motivating factor to prove her wrong. But mostly, it is about answering the questions. Is it possible? Is it real cookie dough? What will it taste like? Welcome to what will be our workstation for today. So I bought this beautiful nectar, this cookie dough ice cream, a couple of hours ago. It has been sitting out on the side, defrosting in preparation. So I'm hoping that that will be kind of finished by now. Yeah, look at that. That looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Almost like a milkshake. In fact, I'm going to have a sip of that. I've never thought about that, but that could be a truly magnificent milkshake. Can I get into shot while I sip it just so you can see? Hopefully you can see me here. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. That's absolutely magnificent. Right, we're going to save that. And drink it throughout the day because that is lovely. That is like the best milkshake I've ever had times 10. Right, okay, let's get a bowl, let's get a colander, and let's separate what's going to be our milkshake from our core ingredient, our cookie dough. Right, okay, I have got a little cooking bowl, I've got the old colander, I'm going to stick it on there and we're going to separate. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's still some frozen portions, but I think it is going to be defrosted enough for me to extract those from the ice cream itself. Oh, I've forgotten it's got chocolate bits in there. You forget about those because the ice cream's so lovely, the cookie dough's so lovely. I'm going to use those, actually. I'm going to use those in the cookie dough like a chocolate chip cookie. Oh, well, we're really cooking, like proper creative juices flowing here. I'm loving this. Right. Okay, let's get a fork and see what we can do about getting. In fact, let's get a little bowl for the segments of cookie. So we can just have them ready. Right. If you're the side so you can see both bits. Okay, I'm going to come at it from this way, actually. Alright, so they are both viable cookie. Yeah. Oh, there's loads of bits. Yeah, this is going to be fine. Absolutely fine. Try and separate it from the ice cream as much as possible. I don't want it to be too liquidy, the dough. Might, judging by how cold the dough is, need to defrost. No, that's alright. I thought we might have to defrost that further, but I think if we work it, knead the dough slightly. So we're right now. I'm putting the little bits of chocolate that I find in there as well. Love that idea. We're kind of upcycling here, aren't we? We're taking a basic item and we're turning it into something totally different, but with nothing added from it. I don't have to go buy any separate ingredients. It's really, it's sustainable, I guess. Sustainable upcycling of food, which is fantastic. Look at all of this vibrant cookie dough. It's a generous amount. It's hard to judge. It seems like you get very little cookie dough when you're eating there. But actually, that's a fair amount. So excited to finally answer this question. It'll be a massive in your face to my idiot sister. I almost wanted to do it there and then, but I couldn't, I had the munchies. I couldn't spare any of this. Just had to keep on my relentless drive to eat it. Right, I think we've probably got enough, but I'm just seeing if we can get any more. A lot of ice cream on that, come on. Off you go. Not as much chocolate as I would have thought, not as many chocolatey bits, but they're all going in. Waste not, want not. Would have been a good wartime treat, wouldn't it? Right. Okay. I think we've probably got enough to conduct the experiment there, but I'm going to leave that going there. So as it defrosts, we've got our milkshake, and then, oh, you know what? Actually, I've had another idea as well as the chocolate that we've added to the cookie. This liquid, actually, we could use this kind of like, in posh restaurants, you get like a jus, like artfully drizzled over your desserts and stuff, and juicy kind of gravy. I'm going to use this for that. So we'll have a cookie with extra chocolate bits and an upmarket, gorgeous dairy-like gravy for the cookie. This is, when you're creative, this is a creative process, and it's why I love it. You start thinking and coming up with these wonderful ideas before you know it. Wow. Right, let's turn the oven on. Let's turn the oven on, and let's move the big bowl over, and let's start working with the dough itself. Actually, I'm just going to wash the ice cream off it as much as I can, because I want that to be a separate ingredient, with the upmarket gravy. Give it a rinse as much as we can. Make sure we don't lose any of the cookie dough. Chocolate chunks. Okay, that's going well. One of the advantages of having large hands is you can just use your hand for that kind of stuff. Right, that's a little bit cleaner, a little bit kind of purer, just a raw ingredients. I'm now going to use my large hands just to knead the cookie dough into a proper solid ball. I don't want, obviously there's not enough to get multiple cookies. I'm looking for one large, gorgeous cookie. If it goes well, there is a little bit of the dough left in that ice cream defrosting there. Maybe we can do a tiny one afterwards, but let's prove the concept first. There we go. Right, baking tray. A little bit of grease-proof paper, just so we don't get any sticking issues. Now, it's probably slightly moister than I would like. That's the influence of the ice cream, obviously, and probably the water that I washed it with, but I think it will be okay. I've got the oven on a low heat. We're cooking slowly. We check on it constantly. It's really going to be an involved process. It's kind of like I'm giving birth, actually, here. I'm creating, not giving birth. It's a different process, but it's still, ultimately creating something. Maybe more akin to Mary Shelley and the monster. Dr. Frankenstein and his creation. Right, let's pop it in the oven. There we go. Right, whilst our cookie is cooking, I wanted to have a little chat to you about something a bit more serious, actually. One of the legends within the corner, Garol, the creator of Callums' Love, Callums' Life, he's had some real tragedy. He had real tragic news last week. Unfortunately, his father has passed away. Now, I lost my father quite young as well, and I remember, what it is, what it's like, what you're going through and stuff, and we've spoken a few times this week, and I just wanted to, if we could, as a corner, help him out a little bit, because I remember, when my dad passed away, you've got massive bills to pay for a funeral, and it all happens at once, and to be honest with you, it's something you could do with not dealing with when you're going through the loss of someone you love. So Garol has created a Just Giving page that I'm going to pop a link to in the description. Obviously, no pressure at all, but if you are able to, and you do want to help him out a little bit, all donations would be really gratefully accepted. There'll be a link down in the description. I've just had a little peek in at the cookie, and it's going brilliantly. Everything you'd want to see happening is happening. The ball is depressed into a proper little cookie shape. It's taking form. It's cooking brilliantly. I'm not going to show you any little sneaky peekies. I want to have like a proper unveiling, in all of its gloriousness, the finished item, the cookie, a bit of, pomp and ceremony and stuff. So we're going to keep it secret and have a grand unveiling when it's finally done. But yeah, it's going well. I am getting it out of the oven now. Wow, will you look at that. That looks incredible. And the smell. Oh, it's gorgeous. That is a sweet smell. That is, I'm struggling to think of anything that could smell nicer. Maybe if you had Kirsty Allsop sitting on the top of your face, but that is lovely. Oh, gorgeous. And look at the rippling effect of the extra chocolate there. Wow, that's magnificent. That's those big chocolate chips, that is. Wow. We're going to let it cool, and then obviously we're going to consume it. We're going to do a taste test. I feel slightly self-confident, actually, about my weird finger. All the rest of my fingers are normal. It's just that one. It's the one that my mother cut the top of it off. See, well, I've got issues with my family, can't you? Yeah, it grew back kind of weird, slightly misshapen. But I have full function, so don't worry. Yeah, right, let's let it cool down, and then we're going to sample. Et voila! Mwah! Yeah, look at that. Incredible. I'm just about to sit down and sample what I think is going to be a truly spectacular cookie. But I'm struggling to get me and these things in shot. And I did just want to show you the beautiful presentation. Yeah, it's great to make a lovely meal, but the way you present it is crucial as well. So I've gone for the jus, which is, it's a posh gravy. It's a posh gravy. When my mum left my dad, she moved up to Surrey. I had to live there for a couple of years, so I kind of understand posh. Can't speak it, but I understand it. So yeah, we've got our posh gravy in a little jug. It just adds a certain kind of je ne sais quoi, as does me speaking French, because that is a classy language. Incredibly annoying as a people, but their language is classy. Right, come on, taste test. Okay, here we go. It is the moment of truth. So I'm picking it up. It's nicely weighted, actually. It feels solid. I was expecting it to be lighter than that. That feels substantial. Obviously, I'm eating it whilst it's still warm. If you do bake cookies, always best consumed warm if possible. Good smell, good texture, good weight. Let's try this. God, I'm nervous. Oh, look at the way it's tearing. It's nice, kind of gooey. Yeah. Oh, I've cooked it to perfection. Right. Here we go. Oh my God. That's a proper good cookie. You'd be happy if you bought that from like a cookie shop or something, a bakery, or they called in bloody shopping centres. I don't know. There's a cookie shop you see in shopping centres. That's good though. That is top quality, top drawer. Really nice and chewy. Oh yeah. Oh wow. A lot of sugar in it as well. It's almost caramelised. God, that's gorgeous. Right. Now let's try a little bit of the jus with it, the posh gravy. Obviously if you had like a knife and fork with it, you could kind of drizzle it over. I'm going to go old school. I'm just going to have a dunk. I feel like that's the most effective. Oh, look at that. The consistency of the posh gravy as well. Thick. Lovely. Oh my God. That's like cookies and milk, but on crack or something, on steroids. That is like that is incredible. Man's cookie. Normal cookie, but even better, even sweeter, even sugarier. Normal milk, but even better, even sweeter, even sugarier. Wow. I guess if you got thirsty as well, it could double up as a milkshake, that. Presented nicely, but the handle allows it. Oh, wow. Now, we have really answered some questions. Can you make a cookie from cookie dough from the bloody ice cream? Yes, you can. Not only can you do that, you can make one of the best cookies I've ever had and serve it in a beautiful and posh way. You know, you can serve that at a dinner party. Lovely cookie, nice posh gravy with it. You know, we've not only answered questions, we've invented something brilliant here. Oh, I absolutely love that. That is one of my favourite videos I've made. In your bloody face, Amy. I urge all of you to give it a try at home, because that is bloody delicious. Absolutely delicious. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, the investigation. It's gone bloody well. If you did, please do leave a like. If you didn't, please do leave a dislike. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.